Now look, I know we're all gangsters, but even the thuggest of thugs have to shed a tear sometimes. If you don't know, you should know by now that everything has an expiration date. Whether that be food, buildings, motor vehicles, planets, you get the gist. And that can affect a person, but it depends on how close you were to that person or thing. And my people made me who I am today. I don't know where I would be without their aid or motivation, but that gets me into today's video. I will be talking about a couple of anime characters who have sadly passed away. It had an impact not only on me, but maybe even tens of thousands of people possibly. There were times in anime where characters got wiped out, but it just didn't hit. But there's a difference in how you go. Some go before they have a chance to do anything, and some who have lived a fulfilled life. There's no telling, but the way the authors of these masterpieces set up the passings were just perfect. Yeah, I know that sounds bad, but they gave you character backstories and lore. They were ore farming at this point, and that made you feel like you were right there with them through it all. Now bro is a day one homie, and he can do no wrong in my eyes. Any news come up about them and I'm worried like a mom, no cap. But that leads me in today's topic. Today we are talking about the saddest deaths in anime history, and in my opinion, these people are top on the list. And the first person is Jiraiya Sensei. Now I don't know when you started watching Naruto, but I was legit, to be honest, and at that time I was going through a spiritual phase. Yes, I believe in chakras, they are real. Do your research, man. But when Jiraiya Sensei popped up on the screen, it was hard type shit. When they were showing his past and his endless struggles, it showed me just how much of a real nigga he was. This man was one of the 3 legendary Sannin. Not only did he train one Hokage, but 2 of them, and they both were unbelievably strong and fast. It wasn't until I got older to know that his books were strictly for adults, and I've read at least 2. One thing I also liked about Jiraiya was that he wasn't a pushover. He had niggas shivering in their boots just from hearing his name. Towards the end, we got to see in backflashes of his students when he was younger, and they seemed so pure of life until they wasn't. They created a gang and stayed behind the scenes, and I'm not capping when I say behind the scenes. Niggas had shadows or whatever the fuck that shit is, being all mysterious and shit. And when we finally seen them, they looked like a goddamn rock who, like on some cool shit. I thought the piercings were cool though, not gonna lie. Anyway, back to the pain. The pain Jiraiya felt when he found out his students were Akatsuki. To be honest, I think he probably could have escaped, but felt regret to find them like this. Pure evil. They jumped my nigga. They had to, cause like they said, ain't no way bro losing the 1v1. I wanted to hop in the screen and handle it my damn self, giving out hands like free ice cream. As the end comes, I can't tell if he's crying, but I know he's hurting. And when he sent that frog to give that message, I had tears coming down my face, dog. Maybe have a moment in silence for a real nigga, please. Next up, I'm not sure why people make memes of him, but damn, y'all be doing some characters wild. And I'm talking about Ace. When I got around to when they first introduced him, I was like, nah, this nigga's different. He had his own private canoe that he could only use with his flame. He just had that type of orb. Like when he was talking to Luffy's crew, they was like, yo, this nigga Ace chill as fuck. And then when they did give him screen time, he was always on some YN type time. Dead ass might crash on you for saying the wrong name. Plus, when we found out who his dad was, this dude's stats raised by 1,000,000. This nigga was on some different shit for real. Even was respected by Whitebeard. When he was a kid growing up with Sabo and Luffy, man, them was the days. Sometimes felt like I was there causing chaos with them. We blood for real. And on Marineford, we got to see how strong of a connection him and Luffy had. Not only did they rush his execution, they took him out like he was a bitch. I'm being for real. Like there was no need for bro to put his whole goddamn fist in bro's chest. Just straight up whacked him. Like bro, that hurt me. All he was trying to do was protect Luffy. One thing I did notice is that they were executing him like his pops though. They some hoes for that. And then we have Koro Sensei. When he came to the school, the first thing they said was he was faster than Mach 10 speed. Bro is breaking the sound barrier with ease. And I believe they said he couldn't even get off by the top assassin. And he told them about how to kill him, but he wanted to teach. I didn't mention he gave him a due date on the world. Like he told them the exact time that he was gonna blow that shit up. They granted this nigga's wish and gave him a class to teach. And this class was full of misfits. Now I'm playing. They told the class about Koro Sensei. The government basically told them the word is in y'all hands. And I like how the students were ruthless but yet kind, even if it took some time to get used to Koro Sensei. It was a part where he knew all the kids' weakness like in academics and was simultaneously helping all of them. Nah, I wish I had a teacher like that. I was a bad little dude in school, not gonna lie. But anyways, he was showing them that he cared throughout the series, even getting upset on their behalf sometimes. You could tell, especially when he had his one-on-ones with the students. Towards the end, after everything we've been through, I learned a lot from him. And he built on me as a character, even if he was going to blow the world up. And the time finally comes where he has to perish. The kids now have to concoct this plan and end it all. And when he was on his deathbed, he was still teaching lessons. That ass, when he died, everybody was crying because he was such a real nigga. And that anime had a big impact on me as well. So I always try and find opportunities to help even in the smallest ways. Now I'm helping you by entertaining you. So hit that like button and subscribe.